Don't worry, it might never happen. It could be worse. Hey, you should look on the bright side. I have previously talked about how to deal with toxic energy, and today we are looking at how to deal with toxic positivity. I'm Chris, and this is huge, especially at the minute. Everywhere that we look, particularly towards social media, we are told, hey, positive vibes only. We're told to be positive all the time. And I'd like to just say a quick disclaimer towards general positivity. Having a half glass full approach rather than half glass empty, having an attitude of gratitude, being thankful, all that stuff goes a long way, including even a little bit of cheesy PMA, positive mental attitude. Who doesn't love a little bit of cheese on toast now and again? Toxic positivity is something else. Toxic positivity is about when we force or we fake happiness by ignoring or rejecting the undesirable effects of what we have going on around us. As opposed to true positivity, which in my mind, all that is adopting a positive attitude even towards those negative events that we might have going on. Toxic positivity is damaging, and we will be looking at it in two ways. If we ourselves have toxic positivity and we are ignoring everything that we have going on and trying to fake this happiness. And two, if we are spewing this toxic positivity onto everyone around us. I hope you're ready, because we are doing this, and guess what? We are doing it now. Okay, so how about if we have toxic positivity ourselves, if we are hiding or masking our true feelings about what we have going on, if we are trying to portray ourselves as hugely happy no matter what. This could look a whole lot of different ways for you. It could look like dismissing or diminishing the importance of your emotions, trying to suppress them, trying to hide them, trying to compartmentalize them in here and put them in that little box right at that corner in our minds where we don't want to look towards. It might even include a sprinkling of feeling guilty for having the feelings that you have, and a dash of brushing off the things that are truly bothering us. This element of self-imposed toxic positivity can run deep. If we grew up, for example, being told that others have it worse than us, that there are starving children in the world, that we should be grateful for what we have. We might have even been told as a child, you think you've got problems now? Wait till you're an adult. So the impact that others might have had on us during our life can be hugely relevant when it comes to why we might have this toxic positivity ourselves. I don't hide the fact that I am a bit of a Brené Brown fanboy. Brené Brown, if you don't know her work, where have you been? Check her out, seriously. But she is a shame and vulnerability research professor at the University of Houston. In so much of her work, she talks about the energy source for shame. And what can really feed our shame is silence, secrecy, and a fear of judgment by others. This is huge when it comes to toxic positivity, because shame can be truly crippling and uncomfortable. Shame for feeling the way that we do, shame for having the feelings that we are feeling, shame for not being able to cope like everyone else seemingly can. By the way, spoiler alert, you know they're not coping as well as you think they are, right? So this shame can lead us to suppressing what we really have going on and instead covering it with this veneer of fake positivity. It is the hardest thing to do, but you know what I'm going to say, right? We have to deal with it. We have to get strong, we have to get courageous, we have to get brave, and we have to deal with what we have going on. We have to get that little box out of the corner of our minds, unpack it, and sift through everything. I know, it is hard, it is tough, it is challenging. It would be so much easier to stay in this autopilot mode and just keep our head in the sand and just not do anything about it. Hey, we've made it this far in life, right? Why bother doing anything about it now? I know it can, and it is really tough. And that comes from a place of many boxes unpacked from the corner of my mind since childhood and beyond, where I faced things like homophobia, alcoholism in my family, and bereavement. This stuff is not easy. We all have choice points in our life, and if you're watching this, maybe you're at a choice point. You have the choice to continue on as you are, or you have a choice to take some positive action. If you are looking for a little bit more support, then do check out the channel, and I have loads more videos on things like developing more of a growth mindset than a fixed mindset. That's really relevant here, by the way, about managing your inner critic and reducing feelings of self-doubt, about helping how you respond to change, and even a little bit of help on dealing with any of those mood hoovers and energy vampires that you might have in your life, a different kind of toxic energy. Another huge part of dealing with our own toxic positivity can be getting so much better at asking or telling other people around us what we need and what we want from them. So let's turn the tables. Let's think about, alright, so what if we have people in our lives who are forcing their toxic positivity onto us? Or, dare I say, maybe you're the type of person who does that to people, who forces them to stay positive and don't worry about it. Just look on the bright side, regardless of how they're feeling. When it comes to the toxic positivity that others try and force onto us, as well-intentioned as it is hugely damaging. What we are doing is we are minimizing the feelings and the emotions of people when we try and force them through to this fake positivity, rather than really feel and deal with what they have going on. When we're in this mode, we are not truly listening, we are not truly hearing, we are not truly being present and there in that moment for the other person. What we're often trying to do is we're trying to fix. We are trying to fix their problem. Are you a fixer? Do you try and fix everyone's problems around you? Well, sometimes they probably just want you to listen, hear, and validate their emotions. This type of toxic positivity looks like shaming people for feeling the way that they're feeling. And we might even think we're being hugely helpful in this mode, when in fact it is totally devoid of empathy. We put our foot in our mouths so many times with this stuff without even realising it. Please, please stop. Do not be that person. If someone is brave and courageous enough to come to you for support, they're probably not asking you to fix the problem. Just listen to them and just hear them. How about instead of this? Well, just don't think about it. Try this. Tell me what you've got going on. I'm listening. Or how about this? Oh, well, don't worry. It might never happen. Replace it with, I'm sorry that you're feeling stressed. What can I do? Have you ever said this? Yeah, well, I'm sure everything will be okay. This would probably sound a bit better. This is really horrible. I'm here for you. And this old chestnut, wow, it could be worse. That would sound so much better if we said, I'm so sorry you're having to go through this. Please, if we are only focused on the positive and ignoring either our own pain or the pain of others, then we become totally disconnected from either being able to deal with what we personally have going on or showing others true empathy. Being positive doesn't mean ignoring the negative. For me, it's much more about helping ourselves and each other to overcome the negative. That is true positivity. If you would like a bit more support, there are so many more videos on the channel. Start with a couple of these here. They are some of my top picks. Do make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I'm back for your mindset and resilience. I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Have you been exposed to this element of toxic positivity? That's all for now. Over and out. I will see you soon. Bye.